We do need to go into the research piece of it, and that's the idea of using animals as models to study human disease, and that's how they're used now. And people do studies on animals because they think that, or they have evidence to believe that the way diseases are caused in animals is similar to the way diseases are caused in humans, except that we're finding out that that's not always the case. It's not 100% true, because humans are not rats or mice, and things happen in rats and mice that don't occur in humans, and vice versa. So we tend to say, well, let's go to a species that's closer to humans, like monkeys. And to some extent that may be true, because they certainly are closer to us. But there's a great example of that where that wasn't true was chimps and HIV. So chimps were, when the HIV epidemic started in the 80s, many chimps were infected with HIV, but they never developed AIDS. That's because they did not progress in the disease the same way that humans did. So they were carriers of HIV. They were infected with it, but they never developed AIDS. Later it was found out that macaques, and only a very small genetic background of macaques, developed HIV, AIDS the way humans do. And so those animals were used. But the research piece, I think where we're coming now in the research community, is really understanding what the right model is. Just because a mouse gets a disease doesn't mean it's the best model to study human disease. And it may be that there's another animal model out there. A woodchuck isn't a lab animal, but it's an animal in which hepatitis occurs naturally, and then ended up being a really good model for studying human hepatitis B, because it progressed in a similar manner in woodchucks the way it progresses in humans.